Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play SimCity with me, X. I think the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna put down another trade yard. And actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go like this. Yeah, I know you want health, but I'm not giving it to you. Kind of a pain in the neck that the trade yards take up so much space, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make that not the case for the next trade yard. Like that. These, you can use them as kind of like I'll show you. Where was that? It was my record button here, and land value, building density. No. Well, this does show happiness, I think, or profit. Yeah. Industrial tech, residential. No. This is industrial profitability. It's all really profitable. A little bit of freight, but not a huge problem. And I really wanted to look at, this is wind map. It's all blowing the wrong direction, but there's very little I can do about that at this particular moment. What the bloody blah 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 blah. Ah, here we go. You can see like some of these buildings aren't that happy. Once they get into the red, they'll abandon. And I wish I could have shown you before I placed this that these were actually turning red. But I can't because I did it before you could. Anyway, I think we can build our boat. No, buses. Ah, bus terminal. There we go. So I'd like the bus terminal to have fairly central access, and I think right there is fine. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put down a stop right here. Make sure those guys do their thing. And then we are going to stop. Far in. Just trying to be careful not to spam them, because we all know what happens when you spam bus stops. Alright. Now here's hoping that this brings in a lot more traffic because we're connected. We should be connected to Sunnyvale and the Slick Pin. And as you can see, here come the buses. Hopefully they're full of people. I doubt it. No, they're completely empty. They drive in empty, right? I don't think they drive in empty. Let's check. I think one of them is coming in full. This guy's coming in full. And if we look, after we built the buses, we've almost, oh, I don't know. What's that, 1,000% increase? I don't know how to do mathematics like that. Anyway, we have a lot of visitors right now. And I think that also means that we're having a lot more commuters. We are. Almost 1,000 commuters. But if we look, we actually have had like 2212 visiting. And I think each of these people have like shown up and taken their jobs and all that kind of good stuff. So that is definitely molto bene. We're still having a bit of like working problems. But the train is even doing better. 562 riders, but I imagine that that's artificially deflated right now. And I'm going to increase the amount of delivery trucks at the freight depot. Looks like this trade depot isn't actually doing any trade. So let's go like this. Oops, no, not like that. That is not what I meant to do. I can't turn off the freight yards, really? That'll force a little bit of traffic to come in here. And now let's double check on... Let's see. Still commuting out. I don't know if this is the total amount of freight, but I think it is. So we have about 6,000 freight, which isn't selling just yet, which I find exceptionally annoying. But I'm still going to keep going, because now that we have the workers coming here, at least, we know that they're being relatively successful. Look at all the frickin' buses. This is one problem that exists within the game. Like, I have all these buses, and I don't need them all, but the wait times are still crazy. So I don't know what to do to change that. But it does look like we are going to need some fire. And I'm hesitant to build the small fire station. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to region. I'm going to load up Dartmouth. And I'm going to send some fire from Dartmouth. I'm also kind of curious as to if Dartmouth will register the receiving freight or not. So I'm going to check that too. Might still be a little bit early, but... So we're not taking in any freight at all. Lots of unsatisfied shoppers though, which I don't quite get. And still huge amounts of unemployment, like more than I think I could fill. We have a pretty decent sector of high wealth or medium wealth Sims though. And our school is not quite there yet, none of those things. What was I gonna do? Ah, I remember. No shoppers there, but we have... Anyway. I'm a bit of a grump, as you can see. It's ridiculous. I'll never understand why the wait time is so high. I took a look at, like, there was an explanation of how transport works, but it was so convoluted, and I'll give you guys, like, some straight dope. Like, I'm not, you know, I'm not your average, I don't consider myself your average, you know, your average, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I still don't have a large fire station here. I don't have a large fire station here. You know, I'm not your average keyboard and mouse jockey. I spend a lot of my days understanding gameplay mechanics, you know, and talking about gameplay mechanics, and even, you know, time spent, like, you know, working with my own ideas about gameplay mechanics. And so, I guess what I'm trying to say with that is, like, when I read an article that somebody's written that's about gameplay mechanics, and I can't understand what they're saying, chances are that it's... there is a chance that it's not been written well. Let's just say that. Alright? Just a chance. It's not a fact. It's not, you know, it's not a sort of an inevitability, but there's a chance. Only one fire truck per station, hey? Huh. Traffic is still just totally gridlocked. I have no idea how I could alleviate this problem at all. It's just gridlocked. And even it looks like, yeah, I don't know what there is to do about that. Seems to me like you can look, these are garbage trucks leaving Dartmouth, and it's just has simoleons. These guys are, I guess these guys are working in Sunnyvale. Anyway, so I built the fire station so that we could have fire protection, which is the reason I built it. I mean, I'm gonna build one of these and one of those, and then go back. So yeah, there's that. I might take another read just to figure out how public transport is being handled by the game simulation. Just maybe if I just read it over and over and over and over and over again, I'll figure something out. They still want medical coverage, but like I don't really care if these Sims die. I do care if the buildings have sickness, but I'm not going to solve that just yet. What I really care about is, well, I do care about fire. What I really care about is people who are commuting in, and they're not using the rail station. I just don't understand why. Might be time. Who knows? I somehow feel like this freight isn't making it to, like this freight is being consumed by Sunnyvale. I don't know about that, but we still have, as you can see, we still have an infinite amount of industrial demand. So what we're gonna do is, yeah, it's always sickness in the industry, hey? Problem with sickness in the industry is, let's take a look at happiness here. Not enough workers closing. We need places to ship our freight. Not enough workers. We are closing. Frustrating, but I'm just gonna let it run for a little bit. I do have fire patrol coverage, but dropping off freight from the slick pin, that makes no sense. They're bringing it to the trade depots here, hey? I might try to build a trade depot in Sunnyvale and see if that helps people deliver freight there. Unsure, but it could be the case. I'm going to leave that guy full until this one fills up, mostly because I have a theory that if I put another one here that nobody will use this trade depot, and that the reality is that that theory is true, I think. Alright, let's go. The city's still kind of burning down, which sucks. Density. Lots of likely to move outs. So I'm actually going to consult a diagram to see if there's anything that I can do to sort of brute force the industrial happiness. I'm guessing. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause it and I'm going to come back after I've reviewed it. So as far as I can tell, there's nothing I can do to increase industrial happiness aside from lower taxes. and make sure the freight gets delivered, which as I've already showed you, there's nothing I can do about that. We're gonna start getting abandonment. These buildings burned to the ground though. Looks like injury and other things cause unhappiness as well. Yeah, the big problem is workers right now, and I don't know what to do to get more workers. Oh, my microphone fell off my desk. Sorry. I don't know what to do to get more workers in this city, aside from actually building more workers in this city, which I have like rancorous unemployment. It's not really something I want to do just yet. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I do that. I do have more green buildings than I expected to have, though. I didn't want to look at the budget panel. And I don't understand what I could possibly do. We are commuting out more freight, which is fine. I don't know what I could do to encourage more more people to come in. I mean, maybe we need municipal buses at our bus station to bring people in? Seems to me like buses aren't coming full. I can't say that I understand why. Let's take a look at sickness here. Yeah, sickness is becoming a really big issue. But I can't afford the 120,000 big bucks, but that's the only one that does anything. I don't think these factories ever opened. I'll never understand why it does that, but anyway. We'll build a third freight yard, because I think we're finally producing that much. It's a real shame that you can't unlock the additional freight buildings without mines. And I mean, I think mines increase industrial happiness. Upset we need workers. I have so many unemployed Sims. Like, just an unbelievable amount. I wish they would just move or come work. Looks like my visiting population is even decreasing too. That'll be a real kick in the teeth if that's the case. I had really hoped the train station would be like the killer app. You know, the thing that brought in all the workers, but it does not appear to be the case. At all. And I still have basically unlimited industrial demand within the region. Well, I thought we were being successful, but still feeling a little underwhelmed by I mean, we are commuting out a lot of freight. I don't know where it's going, because I mean, unless it's all going to Sunnyvale. I wish I could tell, like, freight destinations. I don't think I can, though. I mean, all of these buildings are, like, it seems like they're all making good profits. Everybody's got power, everybody's got water. Sewage is gone. Waste disposal is going to be a big issue. There's a pretty big fire risk. Waste disposal isn't a huge issue right now, though. The health map is pretty bad. Which is definitely the thing I need to do next. I just don't have the money. Yeah, alright, let's see here. Need workers, workers are dying. Well, budget panel. Bond A, 50,000, accept. Bond B, 50,000, accept. It's a bit of a hit to the income, but it'll definitely help. Want to keep it central without tarnishing. This building has to have room to expand. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here comes an earthquake to totally destroy my city. Going to be disastrous. Especially since we don't have a fire station. So the hospital will send out the wellness van that I put down, and it'll clean up a lot of the problems we're having. Like you see here, you have the health map. All of these cities with low health, they'll get put down by the wellness van once people show up to work there, if they show up to work there. Still a little bit disappointed. Yeah, our ridership's going down. It's not like our the amount of jobs is going down, just the ridership for what seems like no reason, or just the people coming into the region for what does seem like no reason. However, more successful than I thought we would be, that's for sure. So my only guess, if I had one, the only thing I know really realistically how to do, or the only thing that I know could work, is just build more. Just try to build my way out of the problem and hope that eventually either the game will be changed, which is possible, or the transportation network will figure itself out. Because we do have all this industrial demand. We need a place for it to go. Most of these buses, if you look, like there are a lot of buses in this region right now. Almost all of these buses have no people. And the ones that are coming in are empty. Frustrating, to say the least. I think I've already said that though. And I'm gonna raise taxes up again because none of the industrial buildings have abandoned though. And I have had some success. Not a lot, but some. Still way too much, like, still too many unfilled jobs, obviously. Nice that some of these guys are commuting out though. And we are commuting out quite a bit of freight. I don't know where that's going. Probably, I would guess it's going to Sunnyvale, since it didn't show up in the slick pin, which, again, makes no sense. But I'm not going to look at the freight depots have emptied quite a bit, but I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. May just be early in the month. Who knows? I am going to continue to work on this city though, because the reality is that I need this city to be super profitable. We do have some residential demand that's not coming in from the region. This little strip right here is demand generated within our city. And you can see, look at all the jobless little widgets that are popping up. It should be being solved by, what do you call them? Commuters, but it's not. So I don't know. Maybe just keep going and hope that the percentage factor works. Anyway, I'm going to end the video here after I've piston mode. And yeah, so hopefully you guys will join me next time as I continue to play SimCity. Thanks for watching. See you next time.